This is the doctor's comment about the COVID virus happening now. This is the voicemail.
Hi, good morning, Vinita. Saw your message, I'm aware of this. So there is no vaccine, either Covishield or for that matter, Covaxin or Bharat Biotech, which is 100% safe, so to say, to protect. The Covishield, which is from Serum Institute of Pune, has a vaccine efficacy of 66 to 72%, and Covaxin of Bharat Biotech is having an efficacy of 81%. Now, when you talk in terms of vaccine efficacy, this is not equivalent to effectiveness. Vaccine efficacy is something which is on a clinical trial mode to check two groups, the control group, which is the placebo arm, and the vaccinated group. The effectiveness is seen in the real world when field trials happen in mass scale, that means community immunization. The effectiveness on the ground is always lesser than the efficacy. We are looking at probably a 50 to 60% effectiveness of the vaccine. Therefore, there will be a small percentage of people who are still liable to get COVID in spite of vaccines. Therefore, wearing a mask and social distancing and avoiding large crowded places and avoiding coming in close contact with people in clusters, social gatherings, weddings is of paramount importance in spite of the vaccination. Now, with regards to the vaccination, in the Vasant Vihar group I've already mentioned, if you take dose 1 on day 1, you get the dose 2, which is on, let's say, day 28 or day 30. You have neutralizing antibodies built from day 13 in the timeline, which start building up to day 45. You are reasonably well protected in the body after 45 days of the first dose. That means 15 days after the second dose. Your T cells, which are also extremely important, start building up around 30 to 35 days after the first dose. That means 5 to 10 days after the second dose. Both are important. Now, if you come in contact with someone who's COVID positive, in spite of the first shot or in spite of the second shot, but within the first 45 days of the first vaccine, you're still liable. But having said that, the vaccine is still good because it will decrease the transmissibility of the virus. It will make the disease, if at all you get it, much weaker, milder, and not turning out into severe manifestations of lung disease and the cytogenic storm. So it is obviously well worth taking the vaccine, but the message is you are still at risk in spite of the vaccine. So please take all precautions and COVID appropriate behavior. Thanks.
Somebody sent me a video of this doctor explaining about the efficacy and efficiency or whatever they want to call it about the virus vaccine for COVID-19. What we are saying in PVH, when we found out that the virus, the vaccine is 60% effective. It'll work. But at the same time, remember, what more important is your internal, your own efficiency, your own immune system. That's the most important thing. Now, you can have HIV virus inside. The HIV virus will come to your body for some way, and what the body will do, will keep it there and become a carrier. Keep it there. So you're HIV, not AIDS yet. Similarly, you get dengue fever, you can have polio and all. So some vaccines are already there. But when the vaccines are there, these viruses cannot improve itself. We all know that influenza virus changes and changes over the many. Today we call it COVID-19. Could have been 10, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 19. Who knows that it will become 20, 21, 22, 20, 24. So then the virus, the vaccine system may not be able to work. Okay, so like that, we all have issues that we must understand. Immune system is very important. Now, for the immune system is your mind. Do not panic. Do not get anxiety attack or depression and see people are dying, people are crying and all kind of stuff. Don't get emotionally attached. When you get emotionally attached, it affects the immune system, it affects the lymphatic system, it affects the whole blood system and everything. In fact, the blood system, if you look all red blood cells, when they crumble together, they are not able to work. They have to be free, and the white blood cell should be free to move around and go wherever they want. So number one, emotion. Don't panic, relax. Number two is the food that we eat today in our lifetime. People are eating all kind of stuff. Too much of spicy food, too much of salt, too much of sugar, bitter, and all, I can say all kind of names, all processed food, and all that is going to end up where? You're going to have a system. And the system, now, when I put something very salty in my food or very sour or acidic, the mind says, the body, the internal system says, I must take care of this first. And everything can stay for a while. Everything stays for a while. At the same time, I'm also getting an attack from a virus or a bacteria. It says, wait first, I go take care of this first. When this is finished, I will come back. Or sometimes they'll work together. When they work together, your digestion get problem, that get problem. It's like a pause. Like, I'm doing some work now. And someone give, hey, give me this work to do. It's very urgent. When it's urgent, I leave this and I start doing this work. But this week is left. I may not be able to finish the urgent job. Similarly, the body will sense, I put too much of coffee or too much of sugar, too much. I have to manage this first. In the meantime, I am not able to, I have still the blood system, I got the urinary system, I got nervous system, I got all the system to work. And suddenly something comes inside, I put the wrong thing. So taking the right thing in your mouth is very, very important. Next, PVH, manage this is by bringing forgiveness. Now, when the virus comes inside, when you're free, God free, black magic free, dark energy free, and also white magic free, curse free, and then emotionally free, then the body can react to this much, much more. When people come to me, this is how I go, dengue virus. I say, madam, this person has got a dark energy there. Remove the cord. One, the cord is removed, the person heals almost immediately. So many times you have seen that happen before. Even COVID virus, people come to say, this man goes so much. One that's removed, the body will start it. These are all the blocks that we have our system. So in order for not the blocks to come, you read affirmation. In fact, we are the only people in the world say the special affirmation for viruses and bacteria and fungus and protozoa. We're the only people. And also we have forgiveness for all the cells in our body. We have learned how to ask forgiveness from all our organs. Our heart, our liver, our stomach, because we have done something wrong that they are not working. So we are responsible. Our mind is responsible. I like this, I like that. Even though it's not good. Somebody said, oh, you must eat this thing. So when you put all of these things inside, it goes and affects everybody. So please understand that. Okay? Food, emotion, thoughts, and how you go around and receive the emotion that you're gossiping or people put his fear aside. Do not fear. The body is strong in time. Read this thing. Next, ultimately, you have a calendar. You got some cards or you have some kind of curse or thing. You have a calendar. This month is the month of March. Okay, the month of March. Sit down every full moon, every new moon, and every Sunday. It will make it easy for you guys to read so you can remove whatever you thought. Okay? So thank you very much. I understand the world, the medical field is doing their best they can to find a cure for it. That is a cure. I'm not saying no. But ultimately, inside you. The last antibiotic I had was many, many years ago. The first antibiotic I had all my life long when I was 19 years old. When I had a fever, when doctor gave me antibiotic. I never had any, because we live in a small village. There was no doctors, there was no clinic. It was just a mobile clinic coming and we just take the worm drill. So our body did not see. But today's children have seen too much of antibiotics, even for a little fever, before antibiotic. It could be a virus infection. So virus infection, no antibiotics work. It's your own immune system. Good food, good care, love, kindness and compassion from parents and the people around you. This is the most important thing the body can heal that. Okay? So thank you very much for joining us. Thank you, thank you, thank you.